Ghana's lithium story is entering its most critical phase yet. New permits have been issued, Parliament is finally reviewing the mining lease, global lithium prices have crashed, and the companies involved are asking for renegotiated terms. At the same time, civil society groups, investors, and local communities are watching closely. Here is the latest on Ghana's lithium mining deal. Before we dive deeper, kindly hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so yet. Let's get into it. Lithium is now one of the world's most important minerals. It powers electric vehicle batteries, renewable energy storage systems, smartphones, and laptops. As countries push for clean energy and electric mobility, lithium demand is expected to rise for decades. For Ghana, this presents a major opportunity. The country's biggest confirmed lithium deposit sits at Ewoyaa in the central region, about 100 kilometers southwest of Accra. This is where Atlantic Lithium, together with its partner Piedmont Lithium, is working to develop Ghana's first-ever commercial lithium mine. According to the latest resource estimates, the Ewoyaa deposit contains about 36.8 million tons of ore at 1.24% lithium oxide. Ore reserves stand at 25.6 million tons. Over the projected 12-year life of the mine, Ewoyaa is expected to produce around 3.6 million tons of spodumene concentrate, which is the key raw material used in battery production. The project's capital cost is estimated at around $185 million. In global terms, this makes Ewoyaa one of the more cost-effective hard rock lithium projects. In early 2025, the company secured key permits: environmental approval, land use permits, and water use permits. Authorities even approved the relocation of transmission lines that cross the mining site. These milestones move the project forward, but they do not mean mining can start yet. The biggest barrier is parliamentary ratification. Ghana's constitution requires Parliament to approve large mining leases, and although the lease was granted in October 2023, it only reached Parliament in November 2025. Until Parliament ratifies it, the project cannot fully begin. But there is a new problem. The global lithium market has shifted dramatically. Lithium prices have fallen sharply from their highs. At one point they were around $3,000 per ton. By early 2025, spodumene concentrate prices had fallen to about $785 per ton. This drop has reduced the project's profitability and placed huge pressure on Atlantic Lithium. The company says its expected returns have fallen significantly, and it is now seeking renegotiated fiscal terms, including lower royalties and tax concessions. In April 2025, the company formally requested concessions, warning that the project might not be viable under the original terms. The government responded by reducing the royalty rate from 10% to 5%, which is the legal minimum. The state's carried interest was also adjusted. Some analysts argue these changes weaken Ghana's bargaining position and could reduce the country's long-term benefits. Another major debate concerns local lithium processing. Some have proposed building a lithium refinery in Ghana to move the country up the value chain. But a 2025 analysis by the Natural Resource Governance Institute warns that a local refinery could actually cost Ghana up to $500 million in lost revenue, because refining is extremely expensive and global demand for refined lithium products is uncertain. Their modeling suggests that, in the short term, exporting concentrate may still yield higher returns. On the ground, the project has also raised social and environmental concerns. Communities in the Ewoyaa area fear the loss of farmland and homes. Environmental groups warn that mining and processing could threaten local forests and biodiversity. There are also warnings about waste management, especially if lithium is refined locally, since refining produces hazardous byproducts that require strict oversight. Despite these challenges, not everyone is opposed. Local chiefs and community leaders have appealed for a quick approval process. They argue that the delays are slowing down development and job opportunities that the mine could bring. For many people in the area, the project is seen as a chance for economic transformation, if done responsibly. Financially, Atlantic Lithium is preparing for the next phase. In 2025, the company entered financing agreements that could raise up to £20 million over 24 months. This funding is meant to support development work once Parliament approves the lease. Still, the company has already had to scale back operations and lay off workers because of the prolonged uncertainty and lower mineral prices. So what is at stake for Ghana? If the Ewoyaa project succeeds, Ghana could position itself as a major player in the global lithium supply chain at a time when the world is aggressively transitioning into electric mobility. The country could benefit from jobs, new local industries, infrastructure development, and a stake in a critical future mineral. But if the deal is negotiated poorly or rushed, Ghana risks repeating the mistakes made in the gold, bauxite and oil sectors, where foreign companies captured most of the value while local communities gained little. Low royalties, limited state equity, environmental risks, and the rapid shift in global lithium markets all raise important questions. In the months ahead, all eyes will be on Parliament. Ratifying the mining lease is the final regulatory step needed for the project to move forward. At the same time, analysts will watch global lithium prices, government policy decisions, community negotiations, environmental safeguards, and whether Ghana ultimately chooses to refine lithium locally or stick to concentrate exports. Ghana's lithium opportunity is massive, but so are the stakes. The decisions made now will shape Ghana's place in the global energy transition, and determine whether lithium becomes a national blessing or just another missed opportunity. That is all for today's video. Kindly like this video and subscribe to the channel for more updates on African development.